What's up, YouTube? It's me, Midwest Tour Review here back again. I am back after taking a bit of a hiatus. I just want to say thank you to everybody who watched my videos on the cat tools. That did good. We got over 11,000 views on the last video I did. I think in total on the subject matter, we got like, I don't know, 16,000 views. So that's pretty good. And I'm glad a lot of people got to find out what they didn't know about that. And yeah, I'm glad, because it was information that needed to be known and it's out there. So go out there and buy yourself some cat tools. Cat. You know, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, I've got the 72 in the shop. It's a bit of a mess. We've been cutting out floorboards and fitting replacement panels on the floor. Got to do the back portion of the cab. I got to do rockers. Got to do cab corners. I've got general body work to do, but we've got it in the shop, got it torn out, and so this is the next project. The 58 is done. It runs, it operates as it should. No issues with it. I've got the interior done for what I'm going to do with it. So everything operates. Unfortunately, I had some setbacks on this here. I was welding in some clamps for the radiator, and a hot BB hit the radiator and put a hole in it, so I had to get a new radiator. But I said all that because I didn't get a chance to take it to a car show, which sucked. But you know, there's always next year. There's tons of car shows, and this truck ain't going nowhere. So that's what it is. But we're working on the 72 C10. We've got the 5.3 liter that's going to be cammed out with the Brian Tooley Racing Stage 3 cam, new lifters, new valve springs, new oil, high pressure oil pump, you name it, it's going to have everything. We've already started ordering parts. I've got a whole host of parts that are already here. We've got more. I've got floor pans that are in. I've got cab corners that came with the truck, rockers, you know, all that stuff is here. I'm tearing apart the brakes as well. I don't know if I'm going to use the chassis that's under this truck. I think I am. It's in decent condition, but it needs a lot of work. So this is going to be, we're going to have to set this thing up right, because the wife's going to be driving this as a toy, and I don't want her with anything that's inferior on here. So that's the plan. My Yes Welder Stinger broke on me. So it came apart. And so now I've got to order a new Stinger, which I need to probably do that now that I got paid. So go ahead and get that on order. So I can get back to welding, because I cannot weld anymore until I have the Stinger. What else is new? Trying to think here. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that. I've got stuff everywhere. Like I said, I've been working. Oh, I do have something that's new. Let me see if I can get my cord to drag all the way over here. You won't be able to see the truck. I'll do another video tomorrow. But I've got the bed of it sitting here. This is I picked up a 1952 Ford F1, not the F100. The F100s came out in 53. This is a 52. So I've got the bed in here. We're working on it. It does kind of have that green on there. Just unplugged my phone, so it's probably going to die here. But I've already started kind of marking out areas that we're going to repair. I did put some shine juice on here just to kind of see, because I don't build pretty trucks, I build patina trucks. And so I've got that sitting up here. The cab of it is sitting out in the lot, and we're going to be getting that in here hopefully this weekend. My brother Mike comes over, and he's taking the chassis off that truck, and so he's got his own hot rod project, so we'll talk about that in another video. But this is mine. So it's a 1952 F1. We're building this for 2025 as well. So hopefully, if all works out as it should, we should be debuting 2 new trucks next year. Trying to plug up my phone here. Hang on a second. I don't want it to die. There's Shop Cat. Shop Cat's on patrol. He's taking care of watching over all the vehicles out here as best as he can at 21 years old. But yeah, so we're going to be getting the F1 built. That's going to be a long project. We're going to be putting that on a 2006 Ford Explorer chassis. to update the suspension, update the frame, all of that stuff. We'll take over all the electronics. Depending on what motor we can find and the condition of the motor, we probably will be using the engine as well initially until I can find myself a 4.6 liter or a 5.0 liter V8 to put into that truck. So a lot is going on in the shop. I know this channel is primarily big on tools. I know I'm trying to make a go at doing the truck stuff as well. I haven't done a lot of content on the truck stuff because my subscribers typically like the tool side of things and not so much the truck side of things. So I do have a second channel, which is called Midwest Patina Works, which is supposed to be dedicated to truck builds. I think I'm going to try to do more uploads there. I'm trying to balance both by giving the tool people what they want and the truck people what they want as well. I'm not trying to be a Saw Customs or a Newburn or DD Speed Shop, although DD Speed Shop is probably my favorite YouTube channel. Shout out to Danny and Dan over there in Canada. But I do watch their content a lot, and I do learn a lot for those guys and Bad Chat Customs and all that other channels that I watch. But anyway, I'm just trying to get a go of it. I would like to do more on the truck stuff. I think that would be really cool, especially from my perspective, because I'm literally taking trucks that have been derelict. No one wants to use them anymore. They're out in fields, and I'm bringing them back. I don't believe that I'm not the person, personally me, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to spend thousands of dollars trying to make it perfect. I'm the guy that's going to put a new chassis, a new engine, new transmission, update the wiring, throw some patina juice on it and drive it. I want to build trucks inside of a year. I don't want to be a 4 or 5 year build. Nothing against the guys who want that kind of life, but that's just not me. I will lose interest very quickly. So I work quickly and try to get the job done. We got the 58 done inside of a year. Maybe it's even a little bit less than a year, but we got it to the point where we can drive it, we can operate it, we can show it off, we can burn outs, we can take it to the track, we can do whatever we want with it, and it runs really, really good. Nice exhaust, custom exhaust, all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, the shop's a mess, but it always is. I know people always harp on that, but it is the way that it is, especially when you're doing, I only have like 2,000 square feet. That may sound like a lot, but I've also got a area over here, which is, well, my wife does her side business out of. So I only have like roughly, I don't know, let's call it 1,600 square feet. And then she's also got stuff on the other side of the shop as well. So one day when we can add more storage out here, we'll have more space, and then we'll be doing more. I do have another truck that's coming. I have a 1969 Ford F100 that I also recently purchased. That's going to be getting delivered, or we'll be bringing that one home probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We picked that up at the same location we got the F1 from. So we got 2 trucks. We got a total spend of, I think $1,100 for both trucks is what we're at. And we're going to be building. My brother Mike has 2 F1s that he picked up, and he's working on those at the same time. So we're going to be going back and forth from shop to shop. So a lot of stuff going on between my place and his place. But hopefully, you guys will be willing to support that. I don't get sponsors like lift companies. Although, God, I wish I had a lift from Fire Lifts or whatever it's called. I wish I had a lift because that would make my life a lot easier. But we're only at 11,000 or close to 11,000 subscribers. So we're not there yet. Maybe one day we'll be at a point where one of those companies will reach out and says, hey, can we send you a lift? Because that would be awesome. So until then, I'm going to be manhandling it and doing all the heavy lifting myself with the cherry picker that is on loan and engine stands that I recently bought. So, but we're going to be having another video coming up here pretty soon when we do the 5.3 liter V8 LS engine build. We've already got that torn down, and we're going to be rebuilding that. I'm going to have that engine rebuilt in probably a day or two. Our LS engines are very, very simple to rebuild, and swapping them into a vehicle is not hard, and it doesn't require thousands of dollars to do it. You can just find yourself a junkyard LS and you can spend a weekend or so, plan it out, order what you need, buy your wiring harness off of eBay, buy your chassis harness, buy all your components because you want to, if you're going to use the stock camshaft, go ahead and use that. But do your inspection first when you start tearing apart the engine. Check the heads, check the block. Definitely replace the high pressure, the standard pressure oil pump with the high pressure oil pump. Put in new lifters. Make sure all that stuff is done right. But you can build an LS engine fairly cheap and fairly quickly. I've got tons of buddies that have done that, such as Amateur Hour Restorations, Herb and Ed and Dave. They're all putting LS engines in what they're building. Go check those guys out at Amateur Hour Restorations as well. But we're all doing it, right? We're just average guys that are into trucks and cars, and we are giving them new life. So hopefully you guys like that content. In terms of tools, I have not picked up anything new, I want to say. Sorry, Shop Cat, don't want to scare you. I'm still working with everything that I've got. Still got all my Capri stuff. That's pretty much what I use on a daily. What else can I say? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. So nothing too crazy. If I find a good deal on something, I'll buy it. But for the most part, I haven't needed anything here recently. So I have not bought any new tools. I still got everything in my socket drawer here, as you see. I've got all the sockets probably I'll ever need. I've got all the ratchets, got all the wrenches, all that kind of stuff. So now it's more or less of putting those tools to work and doing projects such as this. But I just want to give you guys an update as to where we are at on the channel and what we're doing. And hopefully you guys will continue to follow the content and continue to support me because I only do this because you guys like it. Otherwise, I would just sit here in my shop and do it on my own, and I won't share any content. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Hopefully you'll if you're new to the channel or you heard about me, you'll subscribe and you'll watch the content. And if you're already a subscriber, you continue to watch the content and leave me a thumbs up, a like, a comment. Let me know what you guys think about what we're doing. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace.